Yo, bitches, it's me. Um, so my day, my day. Do I want to talk about my day? What I want to talk about is okay. So I saw my doctor today, right, and she gave me the clonazepam. The issue with clonazepam is that it is so fucking addictive that they really cannot prescribe it to people, not for more than like a week or two. Um, and what's very interesting about that is that I've been on clonazepam on and off for about a year, and I have never, not once, had the need, the will, the want to take an extra tablet ever during that whole time that I've been on it. So clearly it doesn't affect me that way. Um, and another story that's been going on with me today is that, okay, I'll start with that I went to Shop Mobility for an hour. Let me just get myself in the middle of the screen. I went to Shop Mobility for an hour, and I feel like something's changed inside me. And this is around CBD, cannabidiol, or cannabidiol. Um, I I don't want to go into the history of when I started smoking it because I want to keep to what is relevant, which is that it is my belief that my obviously with I'll give like an example. Obviously, with the clonazepam, I was having post traumatic stress disorder. I was in fear of instant death um, over and over and over again because of I was attacked in such a way where I felt that fear of instant death, that fear of not existing anymore, that, it's a very sort of matter of fact way to put um, a massively strong emotion, a massively strong fear, and I've been reliving it over and over again. And that's not really the point that I want to make. I want to make the point that all my life, my problem has been anxiety. It has always been because as my symptom of anxiety when I was younger was that I felt that people were talking about me. They were saying um, negative things about me. And I've become aware that at Shop Mobility, I have felt uncomfortable because of anxiety. This is before I was prescribed the clonazepam. This is before I was not prescribed. This is before I started buying CBD. And I feel real. I feel relaxed. I feel like I can feel my emotions. Um, I feel like it's all there. Um, and I feel that that is down to the clonazepam and the CBD. Um, I was in town. Okay, so I had this conversation with my doctor, and I said, like, I could go back to mine. I could check that the CBD is there, but it's been Bank Holiday Friday, it's been Bank Holiday Monday. No post has been delivered over those 2 days, and there was the question of whether the postman would have got around to yet delivering my CBD, because he's got to deliver 2 days worth of post before he can get round to putting it through my letterbox. So I chose to go to Nero's, to walk from my doctor's to Nero's, have a coffee, and I felt insane. I felt insane because I've learnt one thing, which is because I have anxiety, right? And I know that coffee ramps up that anxiety like 100 times. I walked into Costa one time, yeah, and I was like, I was just about to order a coffee, and he was asking me, do I want biscuits? Do I want this? And he was pressuring me, with sales, and it was that pressure. I couldn't deal with the pressure, because I knew that when I drank that coffee, I was going to become very, very anxious, and the pressure, to have that coffee. I just walked away. I said, look, I've changed my mind, and I walked away. And it triggered me. And because, true or false, I felt like I had offended him. With a trigger, it's always that the uncertainty of whether a comment that was said to me was meant in a bad way, or whether, and in this case, it was the uncertainty of whether what I had done to him had bothered him. He certainly didn't say anything to me to offend me. But I learned from that when I'm in that coffee house, never, from that experience, just not to go in there and be asking myself, do I really want this coffee? Because the situation was that I hadn't got any CBD. I'd had clonazepam, which is a similar kind of thing, in the way that it works in the mind. And so I went in there, I had my coffee, and the plan was to have this coffee and then get a taxi home and straight away have a pipe of CBD, because this is a whole thing around how, when I drink a coffee, a barista strength coffee, and I have some CBD, a pipe of CBD that is so harsh that I can barely breathe it in, it is so painful. It takes away all of the anxiety of the coffee. And from what I'm saying, it's clear that coffee is a very bad drug for me to be having. But I'm going to kind of take that back, even though I have said it, because I was on clonazepam. I'd taken them at 11 o'clock. I'd taken them at 11 o'clock and then walked into town and gone into Nero's, and that was the plan. I came back, there was no CBD, and I was like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? So I started looking on my phone to see if I could get some CBD. So I didn't know what to do. I at this point I didn't want to go out. Um I just wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling like being around people. I sometimes I get like this. I just going out is just not a good experience, and that could have been something to do with drinking the coffee and the anxiety, and people always seem a low key threat to me, in terms of rudeness or whatever, when I've got anxiety. Anyway, that disappeared. And I said to myself, right, I'm going to go out, I'm going to go uptown, I'm going to go in e-cig zoo, right? And I'm going to find out about CBD. I'm just going to go in there and I'm just going to buy some CBD. And I didn't want to be cheap, so I looked at all the prices of all the different things, and I spent more than I wanted to. I only wanted to spend a tenner because I only wanted enough just to get me through the day so that I could have my package tomorrow, right? But I wasn't cheap. I spent 20 something pounds on a bottle of, and this is the amazing thing, because I was holding space for it would just be like, you know how they mention on the bottle the amount of oil that is in it? What they're doing is they're mentioning the amount of oil. It might be 3,000 milligrams or whatever. But I was very, very happy because when I took that bottle and I went into my memory is telling me that I was in Nero's, and I find that a little bit confusing because yes, I remember now. That was when I went into Nero's, after I left my home, and I went uptown. So I was in Nero's, yeah, and I looked at the bottle and it said CO2, because the CO2 thing is really important because it means it's pure CBD extracted using a chemical method that uses CO2, which is carbon dioxide, the greenhouse gas in the atmosphere. They use it to extract the CBD from the weed, so it purifies it. So I had 300 milligrams of pure CBD, and that is than that is double what is in the weed that I had ordered, that I wanted to come through the post. So I'll show you the bottle. Don't worry, it is in here. I'm not going to be searching all week for this bottle. Here it is. Look, this is the bottle, and it has like a. Let's see if I can undo it with one hand. It has this tip. You see the tip? I can just put it in my mouth and I can suck on it to get the amount that I wanted. And I sucked on it and I looked at the level going down as I sucked on it, and I imagined that what I did was I did a bit of maths. I'm trying to close this and it's, yeah, there we go. I did a bit of maths, yeah. I worked out that normally when I buy CBD weed, right, I get about 10 hits off of it. So that's it, and it's a 200 milligram of CBD in 1 gram of weed, right? So I get 10 hits off of it, so that's 20 milligrams. So this bottle, at first I thought it was 200, so I thought I'll neck. That's what we call it in the UK when we do drugs. We neck because they go down your neck. I'll neck 1/10 of this bottle and hope. No, I'll not be negative or in that way, you know. What happened was I necked it. Actually, I'll rewind, okay? Because before I went into Nero's, obviously I was in the vape shop buying the CBD. And I tried it when I was in there. I had a little bit, and I swear this is the honest truth. I felt a buzz off the tiny bit that I sipped on when I was in that shop. And I said so. I said so to the guy. There's a really nice guy, you know, in the shop. There's two guys in the shop, but there's one guy that I really resonate with and really get on with really, really well. And I says to him, I says, I swear I've got a hit off of that. So anyway, fast forward again to I'm in Nero's, yeah, and I'm taking it. And so what happens is, let's revisit when I'm at Shop Mobility, because that's where I go next. I'm at Shop Mobility. I've had a barista coffee, and I am so freaking relaxed, and I'm having such an amazing time. And I know that CBD is playing a huge part in it. It's not just relaxing me. What it's doing is, because it's clearing away all that anxiety, because anxiety clouds the mind. And I've also asked myself if my problem, because I have psychosis, right? And I ask myself if my psychosis is not actually schizophrenia or anything like that. I ask myself if my psychosis is actually caused by anxiety. You know, it's because, you know, psychosis can be caused by depression, it can be caused by many things, you know. And the psychosis takes away my ability to feel happy, because I'm in emotional pain, I'm in anxiety, I'm in emotional pain, and I can't feel happiness. So I'm at Shop Mobility and I'm feeling happy. I'm just feeling happy, you know. I'm not gonna, you know, say it like high key or anything like that, but it kind of is high key. I mean, I was happy that is kind of high key, but it was in a kind of low key way, you know, like just chilling, just having a good time. In that, you know, this is just normal. This is just the normal way that a person feels, you know. There's nothing special about it. It's just, you know, just feeling good. So that's my experience of today. That's my video. Um, when I make videos, you know, I jump around from subject to subject. I jump around from idea to idea, but it all comes together at the end. So I hope you enjoyed my story of CBD. I'm interested to know if anybody feels inspired, or anybody believes my story about CBD and how anxiety can cause a shutdown of the emotions, and how it can, because the emotions are shut down, it can kill off happiness and good feelings. Um, I'm interested to know. Um, I'm very, very scared to ask, like, can you leave something in the comments? Because I would like to know your opinions on it. Please, please let me know your opinions on it. So please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. I've had a great day. Um, I hope you're doing okay too. I mean, I know life is a struggle. I know that nowadays, everybody, you, me, everybody, we have to work really hard at being the best versions of ourselves that we can be if we want to feel happiness, because there's many areas of life that can make you happy. Obviously, there's the pharmaceutical, there's the drugs, the clonazepam, the CBD. There's like working, there's like having friends, there's like personality things where like working on a personality, meditation, there's education, all kinds of things, hobbies. So I don't even I don't even know what I'm saying right here. I know that life is a struggle, and I just hope that you're doing okay, and I love you, and goodbye.